Bowling with the Fef.
Bowling with the Fef.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Your bowling stories.
They found you.
They did.
Fef's all over.
Every week.
Bowling has picked back up again.
Live.
UW Whitewater. There it is.
Why the fedora? Do I look good in it?
I think you look great in it.
I want to challenge Skylar Pence.
Mike Hatton.
Let's do this.
Roll 'em.
This is Bowling with the Fef.
Good evening, everyone. You are looking live at Strike Time Lanes in Neillsville, Wisconsin for the Marc McDowell USBC Eagle presentation ceremony. Let's send it down in front of lanes 6 and 7, where the head of the local association of the USBC is going to get things started.
Okay, guess we're going to get the program going. This is a very special night for us, for our bowling center. I've got one announcement I want to make first. This is Veterans Week, and we are doing our BDL donation. We'll be passing the envelope around. So far, the first leagues has gone really well. Last year, we raised over $1,360 that we donated to the high ground. We're looking for suggestions, and we're hoping to do more than that this year. So why we're here tonight, other than just to bowl, this is a very special event. We have a bowler that won an event at the national championship, and I guess I have a little story about Mark. There was this rumor going around that there was this guy in the bar that's a PBA bowler moved up here, and he was thinking about coming and bowling. And I thought, oh wow, that's kind of interesting. And well, lo and behold, that next fall he came. And you know, when you hear a professional bowler is going to come and start bowling with us, you know, you kind of think, wow, you know, well, you know, he's going to bowl good. I sure hope so anyway, but in our case, we got something better than that. Mark is an outstanding bowler, obviously, but he's also an outstanding human being. He's been just a great addition to our league, to our association. He helps us out, helps anybody that needs help, and he's just a lot of fun to bowl with. I want to put a little plug in for Andrew Pfeffer. If you go to his YouTube called Bowling with the Fef, there's a interview on there, a story that he did with Mark a month or two ago after they knew he had won the championship. And it's about an hour and a half long. I honestly haven't watched it all myself yet, but I did start watching it, and I really advise everybody to watch it because it does go back and it talks about how he started as a kid bowling. And even found his first trophy he won. He's got it here tonight. But I think it really does speak highly of how he went about it and the type of person he is. Yeah. So I think we're all better for it. I believe it's been a big boost, and this is quite the honor for our bowling center to have this award tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to Mike to Kim.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Mark, congratulations on your award. As Glenn said, it is truly an honor to have you bowling with us and all the help that you give to this league and this association. So unbeknownst to you, Mark, I reached out to Motive, and I was able to speak with Scott Hewitt, who is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Told him that we were having this event here tonight, asked him if Motive wanted to pass along a few words, and he said, absolutely. So this is what Scott had to say. Marc McDowell has been part of the Motive family for quite some time, and quite some time now, and we are so proud to have a man of his character carry the Motive name. If you know Mark, you know he's not just an amazing athlete, he's a remarkable person, and that's what makes this Eagle event even more special. It's being presented to someone who is a great ambassador for the sport of bowling. Congratulations, Mark, on this incredible accomplishment. Trust the process. So that's from Scott at Motive. We really appreciate him reaching out to us. I'm going to turn my mic over to Mark, and there will be a little transition here. But now I'd like to introduce Doug Sleaford, who is our Wisconsin USBC president, and Jason Pyrick, who is our association manager. I'm going to turn it over to them.
Thank you, Tim. Welcome, everybody. It's a distinct pleasure for us to be here this evening. The process of winning an Eagle, Mr. Mark, I'll call him Mr. He bowled against 58,190 other people to win this Eagle. How about that? Games of 299, 196, and 300. What number 300 was that, Mark?
55.
I wish I was that young. So, Mark, come on up.
Thank you. Thanks.
Great
Thank
job.
you. Thank you.
On behalf of the United States Bowling Congress, Chad Murphy, we'd like to present this Eagle for you winning the singles top honor score. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
A little bigger
Thank
trophy
you,
than
man.
in the beginning.
Yeah, right. Ooh, it's heavy. Wow. That's incredible. I don't know if you need this. Am I on the regular mic or? Okay, use this. All right. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming out and doing this, finding your way to Neillsville, Wisconsin. Somehow I found my way here and I couldn't be happier. So just a huge thanks to all of you guys. Man, Glenn and Tim, your words were meant a lot, kind of choking me up a bit. So I don't know where to start. I guess just so many thanks. Again, thanks to all of you. Mike Thomas for welcoming me in. When I first came in, as Glenn said, I went up to Mike and I said, hey, I'm interested in bowling in a league here. You know, my dad came out with me. We just wanted to check it out. We heard the Wednesday night league was kind of the league to check out. So we came out and I said something to Mike and he's like, oh yeah, okay, you can kind of go and, you know, get your name down. And because he kind of didn't put it together. And that's cool and fine, right? Because I would never, ever, as you guys know, go, well, do you know who I am? You know, never have I ever said those words. Somehow then it was Tyler's dad, who lived down in Tucson, had seen me bowl on tour when we went through on the summer tour. And he's sitting down the settee and I'm back there with my dad and this guy keeps turning and looking at me. And finally he gets up and I could sense it, you know, totally sensed it. And he come down and says, did you used to bowl on the PBA tour? And I said, yeah. And he goes, are you Marc McDowell? And, you know, what an awkward question, right? I'm like, yeah. He goes, what are you doing here? Well, the next thing you know, he's got the bio up and I think he shared it with Mike and Mike's in the bar and he's apologizing for not knowing who I was. Whatever. It was such a cool, funny story of the introduction here that I'll never forget. And I couldn't be happier bowling with all you guys. So just a big thank you. You've welcomed me in. I love bowling in this league and everybody I've met here. It was such an incredible experience. My interview with Andrew talked about it. It's such an intense tournament, right? And I take it very seriously, as some of the guys know. So a lot of preparation goes into it. And I go out there every year thinking our team has a chance to win team all events. And I have an incredible doubles partner, Mike Shady, who just happens to have the highest 20-year average of anyone, already in the Hall of Fame. So I'm fired up for doubles. We got a chance to win. Never thought about the possibility of winning singles. And it just happened. But some very cool things happened. And I have to thank God for what happened, because I think there was divine intervention. I had a card in my pocket that I like to meditate on, a scripture, Philippians 4, verses 6 and 7. Don't be anxious about anything. And I study that and meditate on it, and I had it in my pocket. But before we started doubles that morning, 7 a.m. squad, Thank you, USBC. You're welcome. Something motivated me. I swear it was the Holy Spirit. I wrote on my card, all things are possible. And I believed it. And it carried me through. I had a calmness on the lanes that day that was unusual. And in that environment, when that's happening, it's intense. Thankfully, I knew I couldn't let my mind go anywhere else but on my process. And you guys have all seen my process. I repeat it, I repeat the same things. And I preach that. And it helps get you through in those kind of situations. So thankfully, together we got through that. And man, when it was over, my team mobbed me, but I hadn't let myself think or go there or anything. When it was all done, I walked up to the back of the settee, I got on one knee, and I broke down because the emotion just flowed out of me, you know, of what just happened. I mean, are you kidding me? You know, didn't think it was going to hold on and hold up because there was 3 months to go, but somehow it did. And again, I think there was some divine intervention there. But what a crazy ride, and just so thankful for all this. I got to thank my wife, Carrie, who's here, my support. My friends, good friends came up from Madison, Rob Bailey, his wife, Susie. Rob drills all my bowling equipment. You guys, many of you have heard of him. Amazing guy, amazing ball driller, and a great friend of mine. And Lee McCauley, who does some coaching with Mike Shady and is giving me pointers. So anyway, you guys, thanks for coming out. Gino Arntz came over from lacrosse, my good buddy. Anyway, all you guys, Motive, what a nice gesture. This wouldn't have happened without Motive either. I've never been more confident in my equipment, what I have available, than I am right now with the Motive equipment. And I think you guys are seeing that. A lot of you are throwing that equipment. It's amazing. And an even better company, quality people, and love them so much. So I think that's it. I just want to thank all of you again. Let's have some fun tonight. Celebrate this. So thankful to all of you to come out to celebrate this with me. So thank you.
This thing is heavy.
No. Can I give you that?
Oh, I'll give it to the kid.
Okay.
Some nice words from the man who claims he'd be the last to tell you, do you know who I am?
I won in 1971-72 in Bantams. Our team finished 7th. It's just, you know, participation, right? But I was so thankful that I found this thing back in a storage booth. That's the first one. And this is the pinnacle here. So I've come a long way. And I'm so happy to thank it with you guys. Share with you.
They got stuck on that 7 a.m. doubles and singles squad, or the minors squad, as you might know it, and came away with a 795 singles series. And that held on for 12 long weeks. And in the end, Marc McDowell became the oldest Eagle winner in USBC history at age 62. You can see him there right after the fact. He now has his Eagle trophy, and it is league night here at Strike Time Lanes in Neillsville, Wisconsin, as the folks get set to do some bowling out here on the lanes. We're going to have some folks come up that know Mark and know this area very well and say some words about Mr. McDowell. And why don't we start right away with our local association president. That's a good place to start, right? Mr. Glenn.
Yeah, Andrew.
We're going to have you speak right into this microphone.
Okay.
I got that all hooked up for you, but
I took me a little bit to remember you from when your days on Channel 13. I used to watch you a lot there. So,
yeah, well, it's great to meet you in person.
Yep.
Yeah. Tell me about what you said. I mean, it was a beautiful retelling of a story that I've really told anybody who's been willing to listen. I mean, for a guy like Marc McDowell, who about 32 years ago, probably the best in the world, to come here to Neillsville, to really make this place his home, to make this league, his friends, kind of his family, has got to hit you right in the heart.
Well, I have to be honest. I haven't followed. I used to follow the PBA a lot more when it used to be on Saturday mornings or Saturdays on ABC. That kind of dates me back a little bit, but so I wasn't familiar with Marc, I hear all of a sudden Mike here at the bowling alley is talking. Well, we got a pro bowler that's moving up here, and he's thinking about bowling here, and I'm going, wow, that's kind of interesting, and then when it did, and you kind of have a number of different ideas or thoughts, pro bowler, or is he going to be in a league way above us, are we going to fit in, or how is this going to all work? And right from the start, when Marc walked out the first night of bowling, I mean, you could tell you knew he was going to be a good bowler, and
sure,
he is, that. But like I said, I think we got a lot more here in our center than just getting a good bowler. We've got a person that's really good at helping us all to become better bowlers and promote the sport, and just a good guy to be around.
Glenn, I've heard the expression, don't meet your heroes. And I've amended that to say, don't meet your heroes unless your hero is Marc McDowell. He's this guy who you would totally want as your neighbor. Tell us about maybe your first meeting with him and that first impression that he gave you, because first impressions are pretty important.
Oh, yeah. I guess the first time I met him, we starting out bowling, and the first night of bowling on a new season, new league is always chaotic, and I probably didn't meet him the first night, but really the first impression, then I got to kind of see him the first time when my team actually bowled against them, and Marc's leadoff bowler, I'm leadoff on my team, so we're bowling, and just the way, it right away, it's, hey, let's have fun. Let's bowl good, but let's have fun, and kind of thing. And that really kind of set it. And, and then the more and more as you get to know a person, and you really start to see the things that come out, and you develop an opinion, obviously. And, when you think about a pro bowler coming to bowl with you, you can think of a lot of different things. Is he going to be kind of arrogant, maybe, or think he's better than all the rest of us? And with Marc, you don't have that. No, not at all. He's just always encouraging, and he's a true bowler, because he has nights he struggles too.
Yeah, for sure.
It always is. If anybody thinks they've got this game figured out 100% of the time, they're not telling you the truth.
No. Keep bowling, because
exactly.
It'll humble you at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He mentioned Jeff Riggles. He said we chose 7 a.m. He said old people get up early. LOL. I know a lot of people who have been saddled with that late night shift one night and then early morning shift the next at Nationals. But hey, yourselves, and obviously they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Early to rise and got it done out there. How about when you found out? I mean, 795 is a tremendous series. A lot of years it takes 800 plus to win singles.
Well, I have never been to Nationals. In fact, next spring I'm going for the first time with a bunch of my friends. But I've always heard it's a tough shot. Yeah. It's hard. You don't expect you're going to bowl to, in my opinion, to put it in perspective, a 795 on that shot is just about like me trying to bowl a 900 here or something, because it's just a lot, and it has to be. I mean, that makes the tournament more respectful.
What it is,
it's got it. You can't have an easy shot, because then everybody's gonna. But the act of conquering that shot, I think, and that speaks of Marc. Marc talked about it. His preparation, and I see that here on, and that's something I learned at an early age in bowling or early time on is consistency is a big thing. And they always say, do the same thing, your routine, the same every time. And I see that with Marc a lot. And I think is what helps you, because consistency is an issue in this game.
Sure.
Trying to be consistent is key.
Yeah.
So,
and you I think you said, trust the process. You've heard that a number of times from him, from others. He's a big advocate of really being in tune with that pre-shot routine, with that repetition. It must work, right?
Oh, yeah. And when you get around a guy like Marc and now with his work with Motive, but, I don't have a tenth of the knowledge at all, anywhere close, of balls and what you do and how it can affect your game and everything. And he is so willing to try and, help you out with that. And because, average bowlers we're out here and, and the game is changing so fast and new equipment. It's a testament. We've got 10 300s here already this year. And if we get 2 or 3 a year, maybe Marc can take a little bit of that credit of helping people get on the right equipment, the right stuff, and just being more consistent.
Yeah, he's definitely been an advocate for the company, for Motive Bowling. But kind of give us a little perspective here, because we think of a USBC association. In most cases, you're talking about multiple bowling centers. You're talking about hundreds and hundreds, or maybe even 500 plus members in a community of bowlers that is kind of diverse. That's not really the case here, right? It's one center.
Well, yeah, we're in today's standards, we'd be considered a small center, and we're typical of most centers in bowling. We're struggling, a little bit with our leagues and stuff, but I think it's important if you want to be, bowling is a sport where you can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be just a bowler that comes every week and bowls and has fun, that's great. If you want to be a little more serious, try to improve your game, that's great. I do think to help yourself, you got to get out and bowl in different centers a little bit.
Yep.
I didn't realize that until I started going to the state tournaments and some of that stuff a little bit. And not that I bowl great at it, but it teaches you, because if you get so reliant on just your house shot, it's hard then to be able to figure out other shots. So I think it's good to get out, but it's always nice to have the comfort of your house shot, though, to come back to your league and the people you've been bowling with. I've been bowling for over 40 years, and it's just amazing the number of different people I've met, friends I've had, different guys I've bowled or different people I've bowled with. It really is a sport that allows everybody to be in. You see all levels of ability, all levels of physical. It's a sport. Unfortunately, we're not getting enough young people into it. But it's amazing to me, people at my age, a lot of us are bowling it, and I'm bowling the best I've ever bowled.
Yeah.
At least that's what my average tells me.
Sure. And the other thing I wanted to mention about, the lay of the land here is, when I think about bowling in Clark County, and consider my history, my roommate in college is from Greenwood. So yeah. I'm thinking the Blue Mirror, right?
Yep.
And this is a vintage era center with the long ball returns. Where we're sitting is nothing like that. This is a modern center, synthetic lanes, very clean. It's well kept, great, ownership and management. It's a place that, you'd be lucky to call your home center.
Yeah, when I started bowling, we had a 8-lane bowling alley out west of town called the Silver Dome. And there was out there, and there was the lanes there. And then actually my neighbor decided to build this bowling alley in the early 80s. And we are fortunate. You get into other houses, you learn to appreciate what we have here. We've got more room, a nice layout. For our community, 12-lane bowling alley is a little tough to keep filled at times, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it. So.
Tell us, it's a good crowd here tonight. how does this, compare to a normal league night here?
There's a few extra people here, but we have a full league of 48 bowlers.
Okay.
We're 4-man teams, but and we normally have a few other. Wednesday nights is probably their busiest night out here. They have food specials, so we get more outside people that way. But yeah, this is usually during bowling season. This is usually pretty full on Wednesday night.
Yeah. I know you've been excited for this event for a long time. I have too, I'll admit. Was it everything you thought it would be? I mean, to have, the state officers here, to have Mark's friends, and just, the feeling of having that Eagle here, really, I got to imagine it's the first time, right?
Yeah, it's really special. I can't hardly explain, I think, how I feel, how it's so grateful and so excited for our bowling center, for our bowling association to have this. There ain't very many that can say that, and Mark has brought that to us. But just then, the appreciation of Mark and appreciating of what we have done together here, it's just a heck of a good feeling.
Yeah, and I don't know if you caught that behind us, but he was telling the other league members, sorry for the holdup.
Yeah. Oh, he's always worried about that.
Yeah.
I told my team, I said, we're going to be a little slow starting tonight, but ended up they didn't have the alleys oiled yet anyway, so it's going to take a little while anyway.
It's okay.
It's worth this. When Jason called me from the state office and said that, we knew he had it, but we just didn't know how it was going to be presented or anything. And when he called me and talked about, well, we want to come up on a league night when he bowls to give this. And I thought, wow, this is really crazy because they're coming here to do that. And, they could have done that wherever, but to do it here, I think that really speaks highly of the state association wanting to include his bowlers. And Mark has got a lot of ties through the whole bowling, but he has really kind of made our center here his home now. And he kind of pointed that out and kind of said that. And I think it's genuine.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think one of the best things I like about Mark.
Yeah.
And it's a two-way street. I like to hope that I give that back the same way. And it's a good feeling to be able to participate with them and have fun. That's what the sport's about.
Yeah. Well, Glenn, they're starting shadow balls, and I don't want to take you away from that, but thank you so much for all the insight and for the beautiful words up there. I'm going to play back some reaction from over the weekend. I was over at the Junior Hall of Fame event in Milwaukee. Some of the locals there had something to say about Mr. McDowell. I'll play that back. Hopefully we can convince Mark or one of his buddies to come up here and replace you here in the hot seat. But
okay,
good luck tonight.
Well, thanks for being here.
You betcha. Thank you. And we'll see if we can get that queued up here. Of course, never quite as quickly as you want it, but let's see if we've got one of those here. There it is.
I think Marc McDowell is outstanding for 62 years old to win an Eagle. And besides, he brought it back to the state of Wisconsin, which I think is great.
It is so great because he's old like I am. And for him to win that, it's absolutely fantastic. What a great professional. All his life, very, very happy for him.
Watched McDowell for as long as I can remember, since I was little, and he's thrown it very well. I remember watching him on champ shows back when I was younger and just amazed at how he could throw it back then. So for him to sit there and win an Eagle with it now makes a whole lot of sense to me because he still does it at that high level.
Mark winning the singles Eagle is amazing. Having somebody at that age of his career, tenured, he's had a really good career, both PBA, regionals. It also is an accolade to all of the team effort that goes into it. You can't win an Eagle out there without 10 guys working together. So even though it's a singles competition, those 10 guys broke that lane down. I mean, bowling on that pattern, it's amazing.
And back here in Neillsville, Wisconsin, a pleasure to have Rob Bailey here. He is from Rob Bailey's Pro Shop and Mr. McDowell's longtime ball driller. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Andrew. It's good to be here. Good to see Mark get his award.
Yeah, tell me about that. When when Glenn was speaking, when Mark gave that beautiful speech, what did it feel like?
Well, I've known Mark a long time, bowled with him a long time. Never really was intimidated by Mark because I bowled with him as a peer. but absolutely no doubt his game took off at a young age, and I mean, he got good. And it's drilling the balls is such a small part of it. You have to be accurate. You have to do the job. Everything's got to be exactly the same. But I think just the fact that Mark trusts me to do that stuff, comes down and bowls, practices at my place. I mean, believe it or not, occasionally I can help him out with a few things. We've changed his grip a little bit and probably will continue to. So pretty awesome to have a guy like him basically on my staff, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure. And I like how you use the word trust, because competitive bowling is a sort of thing where we rely on our ball drillers. We kind of lean on our bowling ball drillers, because we all know you can't outperform a bad fit. So a lot of us will go to different places, try to seek out that person who isn't necessarily the best, but is the best for us. And it sounds like what you've got going on in Sun Prairie is a little bit of both, because you've made a success of yourself and you've got the trust of one of the best to ever do it.
Well, it's fit is everything. And I tell that to everybody. I won't give a lesson. I won't help anybody if the fit isn't there. I had a new kid in just today, didn't have anything that fit him, and he had to learn the game from the ground up. And I finally said, hey, we're just going to drill you the ball that fits. And we did that, got him out there, and all of a sudden things got better. So it's a tough thing. I feel bad for pro shop operators. Their job is really, really tough. And I'm very blessed to have a tremendous facility to do this in and have the experience. I've been drilling balls for 48 years. That doesn't qualify you, but if you learn something all the time and every year, it certainly helps.
Yeah. Over in Milwaukee, where that video that we saw was shot over the weekend, I spoke with Mark a little bit. He really described your facility in Sun Prairie as something of a field of dreams. Can you kind of describe that for us, for those of us who haven't been there before?
Well, I guess it was a field of my dreams for sure, because I had gotten pretty good at the game, did well, and always wanted to have my own 2 lanes where I could do this. And bought the property in '91. First thing I did was measure the building and make sure I had enough room to do that. So what we did by doing that, it was way over the top. You can't afford to be a bowling pro shop and do this stuff. I had another business that I ran. It got to be a pretty big business, and I used my income to build it, and then I used it for the customers at the shop, and it's way over the top, but it's pretty neat. We have a sanctioned league there. Everything is. I've got as good an oiling machine as you can get. Everything we have is top notch. I've got the Brunswick Pro Lane. We don't have automatic scorers. Don't need them. It doesn't help people, and I don't have a speed system or anything in there that way. I've got a pretty good eye. I can't do it all, but I don't want to be a training center. I want to be a destination where people can get their fit perfect. So we do what we can for the bowling, for the bowlers. We're trying to build more bowlers in the country.
You talked about Mark, being an exceptional talent when he was young, and we all saw that. He was in our living rooms via ABC TV in Wisconsin. We knew him as he made his ascent through the college ranks and all that stuff. What did you see in him that told you that maybe he was a little different than some of the top bowlers we see in our state? Because there are many.
Well, bowling regionals with Mark, in his first year, him and I and Jeff Riggles went out and bowled a lot of regionals together. And in fact, us three and Pete Weber were all in the top 7, I believe, in the Midwest region. And watching Mark and Jeff too, these guys were special. I was older than them guys, so I looked at those guys. I thought, man, these guys are both good. I wouldn't say Marc was more special than Jeff at that time by any means, but Marc had probably he worked hard on his mental game. I think the mental game came a little harder for him, so he worked at it probably better than most of us. Talent-wise, strength-wise, just very solid. But he just had something a little extra special that I felt could take someone somewhere. Part of it too was his ability to deal with people was really good, and extremely well-liked person. I think that really helps when you're going to bowl professionally for the most part.
Sure. I see Jeff is in our chat. He made the comment, "The Fossil, a true legend." Is he talking about you?
Oh yeah, that's his nickname for me, and that's because when he was 22, I was 33 already, and so yeah, I was the old guy. Okay. So Jeff was started out to be a much bigger talent than Marc at first.
Yeah,
he really was, and yeah, very good. I had a lot of fun bowling against Jeff over the years. And, Jeff, I did pick up the Greek church to beat you once. I know you hate that one, but that's all right. So
I'm glad you got to say it though. You know?
Well, I'd like to rub something like that in once in a while.
When when you see him out here, even tonight, right? He's 63 years old. And the thing that really strikes me about watching him bowl is that it's virtually no different than watching him back in those tour days.
It's a little different. I mean, I think those of us that have watched him bowl over the years can see it a little bit. But the game has changed.
To my untrained eye.
Yeah, to the trained eye, you can see it. But the game has changed. The equipment's better. Years ago, we're throwing urethane, and before that, plastic. And we can't all be lucky like Jeff and come up, get a reactive resin ball, and before anyone else has one. Thanks, Jeff, Mr. 300. But it's easier to concentrate on your form and all the things you need to do when you got a ball that you know is going to do something.
Sure. Yeah. How has his maybe fit changed over the years, or maybe what he asks of you as far as, things like pitches, bevel, things like that?
He doesn't ask a lot. I just kind of tell him. And he's very good about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to make another little change with his grip. He doesn't 100% know yet, but we've talked about it.
Okay.
But the game has evolved with pitches to where you're going away from reverse pitch and maybe a little forward, and you're also having back pitch in the fingers. And Marc's got that, and we're going to maybe do a little bit more. As you get older, your fingers tend to stiffen up a little bit. I know a good ball driller when I see what they've done with other customer's ball when they have some back pitch in the fingers or some reverse in the fingers going away from the center. And if you study the geometry of a sphere and a hand goes around the ball, you can't have zero pitch in a bowling ball anymore. It pulls your thumb forward towards the fingers. It has to be different. And so that's one of the first things we did with Marc when he came, is we made some of those changes. And not that you can't throw them the other way, but as you get older, it really makes the fit better and easier to rev the ball.
Yeah. It's one thing to have the kind of trust in a ball driller where you become somewhat of a lifetime customer. You go back to your local guy or lady every time you need something. It's another thing to move hours away to Black River Falls and do the same thing. Did you ever think that he was still going to come back to you from all this distance?
There's what we do is not like what other shops do, and so I that's perfectly fine. I personally, my shop has got too much business, and I want Marc there for sure, but I would love for other pro shops to really work and get better at what they do, and we need more good pro shops, and I would do whatever I could to help any pro shop that wants to get better at what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's great. So, more of us can become better bowlers because in the end, that's what grows the game, right?
Well, and really growing the game is really important. And years ago, bowling centers wanted a pro shop in their place because they wanted people to have new balls. They get excited and stay excited about bowling. And today, very few centers have an actual pro shop in there. But disappointingly, the equipment today for a pro shop to do it right is so expensive. It's almost cost prohibitive, and it's really tough for shops. So if you're going to be serious about doing that, you have to make a big investment. And all I'm going to say is, when I set my shop up out there, with me, money was no object. I just wanted to do it right, and I wanted to have everything as best I could get. So really, that's what it takes if you want to excel.
Yeah. Well, obviously you have, and you've got another Eagle winner coming out of your stable. I mean, that's got to feel great.
Yeah, it is good, and it's fun, and it's just great to see, how Mark deals with all the people. The people up here have been tremendous supporters of him, and he's got a bunch of them coming down by me, and not that I want the business, but I love helping people do better. And that's my whole goal. I'll get just as much fun out of having a 140 bowler turn into a 170 bowler as I will a 220 bowler turn into a 230. I mean, it's all about helping people do better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a great way to look at it. And thank you so much for spending a little time with us here and talking about Mark and what you do. And I know he's spoken highly of you many times to me, and I'm sure that's just a small fraction of what he's had to say to the folks around here.
Well, Mark is pretty kind and generous, and does say a lot of good things about a lot of people. So he's really good that way. And believe me, I mentioned that I set up Mark's stuff, but I think one of the keys for any pro shop out there is make sure when you're drilling to be super accurate and drill all of that customer's balls the same. Because if they expect that same exact fit, that they can pick up a ball without ever having to throw it, and it's going to be perfect. And that's a big thing. And like I said, if I can help any of you other shops out there, feel free to call me. I'd be more than happy to help.
Yeah. See, and as we're finishing up there, he puts 10 back.
I did not see that.
Oh, just like that. Yeah. Yeah. No surprise, though.
No surprise.
No surprise. Yeah. All right. Well, Rob, thank you so much again for the time. Really appreciate you being here and checking out the channel once in a while. That helps too.
You need to stop into my place someday and see it.
I would love to.
There's nothing else like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want to brag about it. I'm just saying it's different.
When Mark described it that way, I knew that I had to at least ask about that. So, one of these days we'll make it happen.
Come in and we'll get some people there. And it would be good. It's all I have left in that's one of my customers right there.
In the black shirt?
Yeah, the gal there.
Oh, on the right. See, and she's putting 10 back.
Yep. No, it's a different. It's a totally different thing. It's just to be able to help bowlers do better. The bowling centers need this.
Yeah.
Big time.
Sure.
And they're not getting it really.
Yeah.
We've got, and I don't want to talk bad about pro shops. I just want them to get better.
Yeah.
But if you're going to bother being in the business, do it right.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's hard work, and it should be for the right reasons.
It doesn't pay enough.
Yep. It does not.
Every bowlers are naturally tightwads. And
I'm glad it's not just me.
No, I am too.
Yeah.
Same way. But what you want is the best value for your dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get people call and ask me about what's your price of this. If they're not a customer, I don't give them.
Right.
Because the price of the ball means nothing. It's how it fits.
Yep.
Any ball that doesn't fit is too expensive.
Sure. You're right.
So I'm a nutcase on that. But I am so. If you saw the things things we do to be accurate, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I bet.
I've had the IPSIA guys, and we have this IPSIA program that helps train people for pro shops.
Yep.
And it's all it is one little step. And people think they get that plaque on their wall, they think, now I can drill balls. And I've had the IPSIA guys come to me to figure out what they need to teach. But they're trying to do something in 2 days, which takes 2 years.
Okay.
Tough thing.
Yeah.
Tough. Yeah. Hey, thanks.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. It's good to finally meet you.
Good to finally meet you too.
I like watching your stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Rob Bailey from Rob Bailey's Pro Shop. As much as I love keeping the Milwaukee guys just standing around. Oh, now Doug doesn't want to come over. He's having too much of a good time here. Yeah. No, it's been a fantastic evening so far. And
hey, get to sit down.
Yeah. It's a pretty comfortable chair too, relatively speaking.
It is. You know how heavy that trophy is? You gotta lift that thing.
I do not. Trust me, I've never been around one.
I've been around several lately. They are heavy.
Yeah?
Well made, and you don't want to drop it on your toe.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I told him if he's gonna do that, drop that little one from Bantam.
Then the toe will be just fine, right?
Be fine.
Yeah. All right. Good deal. Yeah, Doug Sleaford, president of the Wisconsin State USBC. You guys made a long journey to come up here, and for good reason. This is an event like none other, I'm guessing, where you will hand out an Eagle trophy, although there have been many in Wisconsin.
Absolutely, and I've been fortunate enough in my tenure as president to let's see, I think this is number 5.
Okay.
Wisconsin bowlers have a great history of winning Eagles. The state's been very proud of that, and Jason and I will go wherever we need to, because these are important things, like you say. Some of these gentlemen, it's their once in a lifetime, and we also go to a lot of Hall of Fames, getting inducted into the local Hall of Fame. We try to make as many of them as we can. If we're invited, we'll try and get somebody there, either myself or Jason, or we'll get one of our regular state directors to go. And we like to honor people's bowling skills and bowling talent.
Yeah. The thing I love about an event like this or a Hall of Fame induction ceremony is the storytelling. I mean, I'm a video storyteller by trade, and hearing those stories is just it piques my curiosity. It's what I live for, because it combines my work and my passion all in one. You've heard this story about him coming to this tiny center in this tiny town, and not only just bowling, not only just bowling league, but really becoming one of these people.
Yeah.
It's got to feel special just to see it.
To those of us who take part in it and love this sport, because he's been doing it from a little bantamweight to his age currently.
Yeah.
And he can still go a whole bunch more years. It's a sport for a lifetime. And we love it. So for us, it would be monumental, like having an actor show up in your center, or a Green Bay Packer.
Yep.
Imagine if Brett Favre walked in this place. It's that kind of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big, big deal.
Yeah.
These guys are well-known, and we all want to have that kind of talent.
Yeah. And I made sure to tell the gentleman who was here from the radio station, I said, do you understand that like 30 years ago, he was probably the best in the world?
Yeah.
And
I don't doubt that at all.
I hope he understood that, because that was certainly the case. Obviously, he's got the history in Madison. He's been PBA president. He's been on the tour. He's one of the greatest to come out of our state. What's it like to have that, that part of our history be in Marc? And not only that, but also to have all those Eagle presentations, to have the constant talent coming out of our state. You just can't say that for any other state out there.
No, we are in a class by ourselves as far as how many good bowlers we have come out of this state and the amount of Eagles that have been won. And there are guys right on the cusp of getting that younger generation coming up that we're going to see Eagles from.
Yeah.
I guarantee you we're going to see some more Eagles. The talent's that good. You had the ball driller owner, pro shop owner on here. Those guys combined with the equipment today, bowlers are just getting so much better than they were. Kind of like back in the days of football, when the off season came, they did nothing but do the talk circuit and But today's athletes work out all year round.
Yeah.
NASCAR drivers do it all year round. Bowlers are doing it all year round.
Mm-hmm.
If you love the sport and dedicate yourself to it, you've got to put the effort in.
Yeah.
Mark has certainly done that.
For sure. He has. He's in terrific physical shape. He, you see it when he's on the lanes, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's not standoffish. He'll talk to anyone. At that Junior Hall of Fame tournament, he's high-fiving everyone. He's getting them pumped up. That does a lot more for bowling than just throwing the ball well.
I call it an ambassador. He's like an ambassador. He'll stop and talk to a young fella, a young child even, and say, "You want a little pointer?" And if you're not willing to listen, it's your fault, your loss.
Yeah.
Because he's willing to give that. He gives back to the sport. And to be honest with you, there's not many of these world-class bowlers that don't give back to the sport.
Yeah.
They're a special breed. Mm-hmm. They still can be extremely competitive on the lanes, but off that, it's all about the sport.
Yeah.
Promote the sport, live for the sport, advance the sport. So keep it going.
We talk about this as being a lifetime sport, and his performance out there certainly proves it. What does this show to guys who end up in their 50s, 60s, 70s and wonder, okay, how many years in this do I have left?
Yeah. Well, I just was talking to some other people here tonight, and I was saying that his winning it at his age gives a lot of seniors that are coming in that age area a shot or an idea that, hey, I might be able to do that.
Yeah. For sure.
So it's very good.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic, to see that and to have it right here in our home area. Along with this ceremony, of course, and you guys being here is obviously fortuitous for us for that. The state USBC also has a big event coming up in January, not too far from here, over in Wausau, the Wisconsin State Masters Weekend, as Mark puts 10 more back. Not something I wouldn't expect to see, but that's something that's going to be something new, and it's something that I know Jason said we're really hoping. Oh, apparently somebody threw it in the ditch on lane 4. Jason had told me through email that this is really something that we want Wisconsin bowlers to really embrace, participate in. Tell us about this and why it's so important to the state USBC.
They're having a good time. That's
they let them know. Yeah.
That's a good bowler's rhyme there. We have that a lot.
Yeah.
We got the Masters going, and it's our scratch bowlers. We've had the Queens events, which is for the higher average ladies scratch event, and we crown that queen every year. But we hadn't had anything up to this time for the men. And we wanted to start a program to showcase our scratch bowlers across the state.
Yeah.
And this was Jason's idea, and I think it's going to be a good one. First year out, we got to get into the schedule of things because the tournament's running all over the place.
Yeah.
We don't have a pooling site to go to find out who we might be bumping heads against as a tournament.
Sure.
But they'll have to decide. The bowlers themselves will decide if it lives or dies. Mm-hmm. And we want to have that recognition go to somebody in the state as the best bowler at that scratch event.
Yeah.
And along with we're running that, the Queens, and we're running the Youth Masters on Sunday of that weekend. We haven't had a lot of good attendance with that. We're hoping that we'll get some of the youngsters to come out and see the ladies and the men best in the state and watch them bowl.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if this wasn't where it's located, if it was in one of the bigger cities, we'd got a lot of more people to watch that ceremony tonight.
Sure.
To watch this man throw a ball.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, a great venue in Weston Lanes, huge center. Wisconsin, unfortunately, doesn't have that many that are 60 lanes plus anymore, but that is one of the premier destinations now for bowling and tournament bowling specifically because of the size.
Yeah, and Dale holds a ton of tournaments up there. A lot of scratch events he holds up there, but he's always willing to do anything he can to help us on the state board to run our tournaments. And the whole family that's in that center up there, Weston Lanes, is a positive reinforcement of our bowling industry.
Yeah.
They really do put out the extra mile.
And see, here you've got Brian Hirsch from Racine, Kenosha, saying Mason, his son, is looking forward to the Youth Masters. So he's going to make that trip of about probably 3 hours to get up there and get young Mason, who is tournament tested, let me tell you, for a young man.
I think I've watched that young man throw a ball or two.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be a good one. But, yeah, if that's any example, there you go.
That's the goal. I mean, I want to keep – we're kicking – yes, it's January, but it's kicking off our tournaments.
Yeah.
We would normally run the Queens at the end of the ladies tournament, but that's a little crowded time zone. We're running our tournaments, trying to close up our tournaments. Jason and a lot of the board members are getting ready to go to national convention. It's a busy, busy time. So we thought as a board it'd be better to kick off our tournament season with this Masters event.
Yeah.
Kind of like, here we go.
Right.
And I truly hope if you're a high average bowler out there, you get a shot at this Masters tournament.
Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy it. I think we'll enjoy having you there.
But you got to be from Wisconsin.
Yes.
Got a bowl league here.
You got to be a certified bowler
or
from
the UP.
State of Wisconsin or the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yeah. No Illinois people or Minnesota
we do
people.
Take some Illinois people if they're bowling in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
As long as they got a 21 book average from Wisconsin, we're good to go.
Right. Yeah, you can do that. But then you might as well move here. You know?
Hey, it's a great state.
Right.
Why would you not?
Yeah. So I got to ask, okay? Jason is literally like 15 feet from us. He didn't speak during the ceremony. He's not in front of the camera now. I can't talk bad about the guy. He's a nice guy.
He is.
He's just a little camera shy.
He is. He's only been in the manager's job a couple of years, and he's young.
Mm-hmm.
I've been at it for 40 plus years, so
Okay.
I got a little more relaxed speaking up in front of people, and it's a hard thing to do.
Sure.
I don't know how it was when you first started, but getting in front of people, 10 people or 100 people, you can make mistakes and you feel bad about them, but everybody does.
Doug, I was never nervous. Like right, straight out of the womb, teleprompter right in front of me.
You're a rare.
No, I'm kidding.
You're a rare bird there.
I was more nervous than you'd ever want to imagine my first time on
I
TV.
wasn't too bad tonight. I mean, I felt the love that people have here for Mark. I felt the comfort here. It was good.
Yeah.
You know, that tournament runs for about 5 months out there, nationals.
Yeah.
It's a long time. And if you go out and shoot a high score the first week or two, you got a long time to wait.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stress.
Yep.
I don't know. I think he did a great job. And I got a little age on him, so there may be hope for me yet.
Yep. You talk about Eagle Watch a lot more than you talk about actually winning the Eagle. So, yeah, it's a good thing that it worked out, and he won that Eagle, and that one pin was just enough.
We see that in tournaments across the state, locally. I've seen it on national tournaments where you got to be careful to get that spare because that one pin. How many times have you read a list of winners and second place was 1 or 2 pins?
Sure.
Every pin is important.
Yep.
I never throw a ball away. So you got to split. Well, 1 pin's better than no pins.
Yep.
So every pin's important.
Coming off a strike, that 1 pin out of the split turns into 2.
Double or triple is counting a couple of times. So every pin's extremely important.
Yeah.
And never quit trying.
That's right. That's right. Well said. Doug, I appreciate the time.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for honoring the Wisconsin State Bowling.
Of course. And please tell me that once Jason gets over this camera thing, his first appearance will be on the Bowling with the Fef show.
Okay, look at that smile up there. He knows we're talking
It's
about
like a
him.
half smile.
You gonna sit down, Jason?
No, he doesn't want to. But tell him once he gets up the gumption.
I'll work on him on the long ride home. Okay?
There's a place for him on Bowling with the Fef, always.
I'll work on him on the way home.
Sounds great.
Thanks again.
Thank you. Doug Sleaford, the president of the Wisconsin State USBC, sitting in with us for a few minutes. Hey, here's a few more of the folks from the Junior Hall of Fame tournament over the weekend.
Is phenomenal. I mean, he's in great physical shape. Just listening to his resume last night is just phenomenal.
Madison Bowling Association Hall of Fame, Wisconsin State Bowling Association Hall of Fame, 5 PBA national titles, 1986 PBA and Sporting News Rookie of the Year, youngest ever PBA president, 1992 BWAA Bowler of the Year, 92 PBA Tour leading money winner, 38 USBC National Tournament appearances with a lifetime average of 214.46, fifth all-time on the 30-year list. ABC USBC Ambassador, 2 USBC Eagle Team titles, 2025 USBC Open Singles Champion, oldest in tournament history. Marc and Larry McDowell are the only father-son duo to have shot 300 in the ABC USBC Open Championships. Marc McDowell.
I would say just the years, like you mentioned, like to be successful for that many years is really impressive.
He still has, probably the athleticism of a 32-year-old and, can still do it. It doesn't, I would never have known he's 62, so it's congratulations to him.
Seeing someone at the age of 62 win an Eagle is truly remarkable and speaks volumes to that in our sport, that it doesn't matter how old you are. As long as your body is doing well, your body is telling you all the right things, you can bowl as long as you want, and still bowl at a really highly competitive level. So, Mr. McDowell, win an Eagle at 62, not an easy feat, and that is it's truly special. And I know everyone at Motive, myself, all the guys on tour, really look up to that, and hope that we still have that ability at 62 years old. So congratulations to you. That is amazing. And yeah, I hope I have that capability when I'm that age, because that is really, really cool.
I had multiple people ask me, can we have Marc every year here? He is just the nicest guy. I know we say that a lot, but just a really great person on and off the lanes, and that really means a lot to me as well. And I just think he's been a great ambassador for the sport. You can tell how much he cares about the sport, but it's just a really good person. And I think sometimes that's more important than how great of a bowler you are, because everyone's watching you. And I think he's set a great example.
Sometimes being a good person is better than being a great bowler, because everyone's watching you. You're setting a good example. With Marc, you've got both. And we're here with his buddy Lee McCauley. Thanks for spending a little time with us.
Yep, no problem.
You were asking me if I knew that he was a field goal kicker. I knew that only because Bo Burton told me through the TV,
Oh, really?
Yeah. And rewatching some of the old shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about that, and I remembered that. But you were there in Baton Rouge with him.
Yep.
Walk us through. What was it like?
It was better than anything that was on TV, I'll tell you that.
Yeah?
Mike Chasnow was there with us. He was sitting in front of me, and it was just a lot of fun. You could just tell. He goes $2.99. Then he goes $1.96 with the last 5. And he goes, the last game, he starts with the first 3, and I call a buddy of mine, I go, he's going to do it again. You could just tell.
You just do.
The ball was coming off his hand really fast, and reading the break point well. He got through the front really well, and you can just tell he just was wired in. It's what happens.
Yeah.
So much fun. So much fun.
What an incredible doubles team with him and Shady.
Oh, Mike, yeah. Yeah, crazy.
I mean,
They got second one year. They were leading to the last day one year.
Yeah.
In doubles, Mike and Mark.
Okay.
Somebody beat them out. I can't remember what year that was. Yeah, they're quite a duel.
Yeah, for
No
sure.
doubt, quite a duel.
Obviously, you got to listen to the kind words that Glenn said about Mark and what he had to say. What's your reaction to all that? I mean, obviously, Mark was a little choked up. Were you?
Well, of course. I mean, it's so well deserved. I mean, he's such a great guy, and to be the oldest guy to win singles, think about that, and how he's taken care of himself. That's something that a lot of older players, you see what's happened to them is they've gotten older, and this new equipment's coming out, all the new balls that have come out. They lose some athleticism, and they don't bowl as good. And what do? They quit.
Yep.
But Mark's the other way around.
Sure.
You start losing some athleticism. He's so athletic. But you start fine-tuning a few things. You can bowl at a high level. He's a pure example of it.
Yeah.
Bowl at a high level.
Mhm.
At 63 years old, and he wins this thing. Think about that.
It really kind of struck me when I was listening to a live stream that Larry Lickstein did from down in Florida.
Okay.
And he was talking about McDowell, just at a random, kind of freakish coincidence. And he had just rolled the 795. And I piped in and said, he shot 795 to take the singles lead. And he's like, wow, he beat out 50,000 other people.
And the PBA players. Think about it.
And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, 50,000 other people.
Yeah.
And then for them to say tonight, 52,000 other people. How many tournaments do we bowl with maybe 100 or a couple hundred? And you just, hold out hope that you might win. This is like just incredible.
Exactly.
To think about those numbers and the probability.
Yeah. There's a guy next to Mike and Mark. I think it was must have been in doubles. It shot 300 too, a lefty.
Okay.
I can't remember his name. I can't recall. I mean, so the crowd was already revved up.
Yeah.
But then you go shoot 299 and 300. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It's a big memory.
Sure.
No doubt about it. So, yeah, it's
as Glenn mentioned, we did the show after it was all official. It was like a couple days after, so obviously we set that up in advance. And I had a couple different titles for that show. We called it Poppin' Bottles because he won the thing. They popped champagne and all that.
Yeah.
My alternate title was Dad's Got Company.
Yeah.
Because
he
shot 300 too.
I don't know if anybody else has done that. I'm not sure.
I haven't heard of anybody who's done that. I asked Aaron Smith at USBC. He didn't know of anybody who had done that.
Yeah.
But I know that was something that was important to him.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh.
Something's going on.
Something's going on. Take us inside. You're around him and Dad a lot more than we are. How big a deal was that for him?
He talked this afternoon about how wired up he was. That was an understatement. I'm back here smiling because I saw him doing that. I flew out there with him, drove around with him. He was intense. He is so intense. And when he got focused in, what did it mean to him? I think, he always was saying, my dad shot 300. He's always holding that against me. I got to shoot 300. And he did it.
Yeah.
So it meant a lot to him, no doubt. And to do it, like you said, he never dreamed he'd do it in singles. Never. He always figured he and Mike would be the ones winning again, or team event, but not singles. And it just happened. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just fun to watch. That's all I can say. It's a great memory for all of us.
Sure. Have you been up here before? Is this your
Yes.
first time? Okay.
Yes, twice. I
Twice.
was here once for league, and then I coached him here one before he bowled nationals.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been here before.
What can you say about this, this kinship, this, this almost family atmosphere that he's become a part of with this league?
That's something that's unusual. And, you know, a lot of guys who are on tour, they may or may not even bowl league anymore. But if
Right.
they do, they might be a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not as involved with it.
Sure.
He's just like one of them.
Mhm.
That's what it is. He's just like one of them.
Yeah.
So that's unusual.
Yeah.
Very unusual.
When he was coming off the lanes from a shot the last time I was here, that's where this image that you saw on the title came from.
You know what he told me about that picture?
What's that?
He didn't like it.
Oh, he said he thought he had more hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
said the same thing.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's just a still frame of some video I shot, but it really kind of spoke to,
Yeah.
The guys all around him. He's having a good time. It really spoke to me about that relationship and that atmosphere here, because you think of little Neillsville and it's so far from Madison where he's from. It's different, but he blended right in.
He's so humble. He's got a great faith in God, and he tries to lead his life that way. I mean, and that humility he has is what's doing that.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Otherwise, he doesn't come across as someone, well, I know it all, and looks down at people because they don't throw the ball as good. No. That's not Mark.
Yeah.
He's just humble with it, and that's good. And that's why they like him.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm interested to know, do you think that there is kind of a diversity in his friend group that ranges from people who are kind of humble and soft-spoken, more like him, to those who are a little more not like him?
And he's got that.
Because I think of Mike Shady as being very similar.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And then on the other spectrum, he knows people that aren't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets along with them too.
Yeah.
And that tells you why. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
He's not there to promote himself, or he just wants to bowl.
Yeah.
And this last year he had coming over here tonight, he goes, we had so much fun before he bowled and while he bowled and after he bowled. He and Mike and I, we just had, we rented a Airbnb together, the three of us. And it was just different. And it was, I don't know how to say it. It was fun. That's all I can say. It was just a great time. And I think it probably helped him. But you're right. He does have a very diverse number of friends that are very different.
Yeah.
And he gets along with them too.
Sure.
So that tells you a lot.
Yeah.
It tells you a lot. So
when he decided to make the move up here, were you surprised?
I told him coming over tonight, I said I think he just needed to get out of Madison. He just wanted to get out of Madison.
Yeah.
And he found a great place. What a spot. What a spot out in the country. Oh my goodness. But in a way I don't think I was surprised. I think it was good for him.
Yeah.
It was good. So not really surprised.
Yeah.
It fits him. He thinking about retiring 2-3 years, whatever it might be, and what he wants to do when he retires. And he's just a good guy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
We've got the bird's eye view here. We've watched him throw a couple shots on
Here we
six,
go.
and
I
he's
won't critique him.
he's buried them all. I mean, it would be news if he didn't
Yeah.
at this point.
You know why he falls off like that?
Why does he fall off like that?
Knees killing him.
Really?
His one knee isn't good. I should maybe tonight it's not.
Okay.
But it hurts, so he doesn't post like he used to.
Ah,
But
okay.
he does it after he throws the ball comes off his hand, so it's fine.
Right. But yeah, I have noticed that
Yeah, it's
before.
neat.
Okay.
That happens when you get older, right?
Well, happens to me already.
Yeah.
I'm 48.
So
And
that's
I
what it is.
And I wear a brace. Does he wear a brace?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't believe he does. He might.
Probably just as well. I mean,
don't-
it's a
like
pain in the butt.
He told us tonight coming over here that, when he's bowling league like this 3 games a week, his knee is fine.
Okay.
But when he practices more, it's hard.
Yeah.
But it bothers him some.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what it is. He knows it too. So.
Yeah. I would have never guessed it seeing his mannerisms. I mean, he just looks like, I mean, he's, strolling around and just having a good old time.
In fact, you had Robin here earlier,
Yeah.
and Rob will tell you that when he first went and bowled in Baton Rouge, he told Mark, you're throwing it like you threw it 20 years ago. He
Yeah.
was hitting dimes.
Mm-hmm.
He made patterns. I think Rob put out the team pattern for USBC Open the year before. He made it look easy.
Yeah.
And and at that age, that's pretty remarkable.
It's remarkable. Yeah. It's just, it's special is what it is.
I would, he bowled against all the pros. My own opinion of that is it would be really, I'm going to be careful with this. I think in order for the pros to bowl in that tournament, they should have a certain number of league games in before they can bowl it. It's my own opinion. But Mark beat them all. So now, what can you say, right?
What can you say? And
not much. But
and I think that's something that'll be debated till the end of time, no matter what USBC does with the pros in that situation.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And
That's correct.
and we've got,
He beat him. I mean,
but he beat him.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
He hardly bowls. He bowls his 3 games a week. He practices some before the Nationals, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, he pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it really is.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, I don't want to steal too much of your time, but I really appreciate the conversation. I've really grown to love, having the discussions about Mark and his bowling, and not that I didn't before I met him, but
you should.
It's a whole nother dimension. If she's willing.
Get Carrie in here. Carrie, get you in here. Come on. She'll come in.
Yeah.
Good talking to you.
Good to talk to you. Look at this. She's all geared up and everything. She's wearing the company colors. I mean, it's just as well, right?
All right.
Yeah. All right. So speak nice and closely into the microphone and tell me what you thought about all this, because, I saw Mark getting really emotional. It was just so cool to hear him speak and to hear Glenn and all the nice words about him. I mean, this is something we've never seen before. It's not something we've never seen before at the OCs, and then back here in Neillsville, they've never had an Eagle winner here.
I know, it's great. I guess, first of all, I wasn't there to see it because we had just gotten a puppy. So I stayed back home and had to babysit the puppy. So it's like, because I've been out, every other time to the U.S. So part of me was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to see it. But yeah, it's just amazing. I mean, like you said, at his age and just everything. It's very.
One thing that we've talked about over and over again, and the tournament director from this past weekend at Junior Hall of Fame kind of put an exclamation point on it. He's just the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. And raffle winner maybe. She kind of put an exclamation point on it. She said, he's nice to the point where I had people coming up to me and saying, can we have Mark here every year? Because it's infectious. I mean, we see him in public and people are going to want to be nice in public, He's always been nice to me, no matter whether the camera's on or off. You're with him all the time. I mean, is he like this all the time? And does it ever get sickening?
I know he is. I mean, he's Mr. Positive because I know I'm kind of the one that I get a little more. I can be negative. I can be kind of a negative.
You just keep it real.
Yeah, true. And I mean, sometimes it is kind of like, how are you so positive all the time? But no, I mean, we're a good couple because he's a little more competitive. Obviously, you've got to have that competitive spirit, and I'm just a little more kind of laid back, like go with the flow. So I think we really mix well.
You balance each other out.
Balance each other out.
Yeah.
And I think that's with relationships is it's good to have a balance.
Yeah.
If you're both intense, that might not be great, or
Sure.
if you're both just laid back. So, but yeah, he's very nice to everybody. I mean, it's funny because I always joke around and say, if Mark doesn't like someone, then I know that's probably not a really nice person, because he usually respects and likes everybody. So
Yeah.
very seldom he's negative about someone.
Sure.
So
So I got to ask, I mean, you wear the Motive gear. Are you a bowler?
well, it's funny because when we first met, I told him, I'm like, there's one thing we don't have in common. I said, I don't bowl.
Okay. And he said, nobody's perfect.
Yeah. He's like, so, but I'm like, I'm willing to learn,
Yeah.
Try. And when I moved down to Madison, we were in a couples league. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be embarrassed because I'm Mark's wife. And I threw the ball kind of backwards and,
Okay.
dropped it. So, but I think by the time we did a league, and then I was trying to think after the league, we didn't do another league, but I think my highest game was like 212 within like a year of bowling. So I thought, well, I have a little potential. But then I did get some arthritis in my arms and didn't bowl. I guess I was a better spectator. But he did buy me a new pink Motive ball like 6 months ago. So, and Rob drilled it for me. So, I'm willing to maybe give it a try.
Give it a try, yeah.
So, just like golf.
Okay.
I'm starting to learn to golf. So,
Yeah.
a little old now, but you never know.
It's only a number. Only a number.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Look at Mark.
I'm turning to the other camera just because he's about to throw a shot. But tell me about, you said you're a good spectator. What's it like to be a spectator when the expectations are obviously always high when it's Marc McDowell we're talking about?
I know, it's interesting because he's perfectionist with bowling, and I'm like, oh, you did great. And he will be like, oh my gosh, I didn't do great. He's so hard on himself that I look and I'm like, I thought you did great. But and also I'm so used to seeing such high quality bowlers, just being with Jeff Riggles and just that whole team, that that's all I've known is just these high end quality bowlers. So it's just cool to be with all of them. So
What was he like on the ride over here?
I think he was pretty good. I think sometimes he hides his nervousness, but yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he does get kind of anxious and fired up.
Look who's here.
My favorite McDowell right here.
Uh-oh. We're getting into some controversial statements, but that's another one who's probably sincere.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, we love Gino.
Yeah,
for sure. My parents just bought a car from him Monday, so
they'd be in the minority if they didn't.
Right. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, you're originally from that area, from La Crosse?
Neillsville.
From Galesville. Okay.
So just north of La Crosse.
Sure. Okay. Good deal. So what does anyone, let alone your husband, do to top that, right?
I know. Yeah, it is. It's like, you're like, what's next? I mean, even kind of to go back, even state, he was starting to get some high games, and he's won so many things that sometimes I'm like,
it's mind blowing.
I know. So yeah, it's like, what do you top?
Yeah.
Because you think of, he's had the 2 team Eagles, but it's like to win something by yourself. That's just really amazing, I think.
Yeah.
To win.
What was the reaction like from Dad? I mean, Lee just talked about how important that was because Dad gave him a hard time about having a 300 at Nationals when he didn't.
I know, yeah. No, I think that was, you forget about just the different things, like the 300, the father and son 300. So, yeah, I think that was pretty special.
Yeah.
Because, most of his dad's getting older now, and, 87. upper 80s. So yeah, I think that's neat for him to do it while his dad's alive, and so
Yeah.
that was.
Obviously, Marc loves being up here. He loves living up here. Is this something that you instantly loved the idea of and loved from the start, or is it something you had to grow into?
No, I'm originally from Neillsville, so I love the smaller towns. I mean, Madison, there's great things about Madison, but for me it was like, yeah, let's get out of here, because mostly with COVID, everything was shut down in Madison, so we'd come up here and things were open. So yeah, I was excited. Yeah, I was ready to go. So yeah, and that's what was great too, is we both wanted to get someplace, a little more out in the country. So
Yeah. And being around this, I mean, I think this is the coolest part of the story, that he gets in this league and he's just one of them. Is it cool to see and be around these guys who have kind of, brought him in with open arms? Sure, because he's professional bowler Marc McDowell, but also because he's just a great guy to be around.
Yeah, it is neat to see, because you move someplace and you just don't know how people are going to receive
It's a wild card. Yeah,
and mostly to someone. Some people might think, oh, he's a professional bowler and he's, stuck on himself, and Marc's just one of the guys. I mean, he treats everybody with respect, and so yeah, it's neat to see how everybody's just welcome.
Yeah. Well, it's cool that you are willing to be the spectator. My wife used to years ago. She doesn't so much anymore. Not a fan of bowling. She doesn't like that we all take off our shoes at the end of the night and all that stuff. But, she's obviously great in other ways, and I love her a lot. But it's really cool to see you out here supporting him and at the Junior Hall of Fame tournament and all that good stuff. And, I hope the pink ball works out for you. And, good luck carrying that eagle. I hear it's very heavy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm trying to think. We have the other two eagles on the fireplace.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, is it going to fit or is it going to be two? So we'll have to see. We may have to just build another, cabinet.
Whatever keeps everything upright. Yeah.
Maybe make room for more.
Yep.
Never know.
You never know. You never know.
Him and Shady were second place.
That's what Lee was saying, and up till the last shift or so. Yeah.
So you never know.
Well, with you got a talented team like that, you're always in the hunt.
Yeah, so I look forward to Reno. I should be there. So.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, we'll certainly be interested to see what comes of that. And thank you so much for the time. I don't want to take all your time tonight, but I appreciate you sitting in with us for a little bit.
Okay,
thank you. Yeah, and maybe I wonder if maybe we could steal Marc, between shots. He's got cheese and crackers. Maybe you could come over for just a bit. Is he up yet? I think they'd forgive him if he came over for just a second. I mean, he's got like 3/4 of a cracker in his mouth, but I'm telling you, the team will forgive you if you take just a little time.
A couple frames, maybe. Will they let me go?
I think they will.
Keep an eye on it. Oh, I'm up.
You're up?
Yeah.
I tell you what, go throw the shot. We'll look in.
I'll be right back.
And then come back. Yeah. So, like we said, he's basically destroyed lane 6 tonight. So this should be a quick break here while he, puts another one right in the hole.
Watch him this time. He's going to post the shot.
Right here. Okay, so Rob says he's going to post it. Oh. Yeah, got the 4 out. Got the 4-7 out of there. Yeah. Okay, so Rob just came over and told us you were going to post the shot. Now he's disappointed.
Well, I knew I was on camera on that one, so I focused extra hard.
You've been on camera for many of those.
Yeah, a few.
All right. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and obviously you were very emotional when when Glenn was talking up there. Put into words what all this means to you. I mean, this is something, obviously like none of us have ever seen.
Well, anybody that loves team bowling knows what it feels like to celebrate something, do something with others.
Yeah.
And this league has just been very special. We moved up here 3 years ago from Madison, settled into a small town, Black River Falls, found this center, came over here. These guys just have welcomed me in. And it's just been very special. They're great guys. And for them to put together what they did tonight for this and the words he shared, it definitely touched me. It's very special. It's what bowling's all about in a lot of ways. It's about social and community and friendships. And, man, if you move to a new town, join a bowling league.
Yeah.
It's a great way to meet great people.
For sure.
So this was awesome. Just amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, we've talked to a lot of, your friends and your wife about how you've really become part of this group. You're not just a guy who bowls here. You're one of them. And, they can't get enough of it. And that's really great to see. I hope you'll watch this later on replay because I have some little sound bites from the weekend. Some of the locals in Milwaukee and AJ and Liz and what they had to say about your performance at Nationals. And it's good stuff. But, what do you say? I mean, it's just these things that, you get the state officials here, Rob's up here, and then you come in the door and there's some of these people that you expect to see, and then Gino pops up.
Yeah. My buddy Gino Arntz. And to have you here, I mean, you've become a good friend, and it's just surreal. This whole thing, Andrew, has been so surreal from the time on the lanes when I put this series together and enjoyed that moment, and then to have it hold up and win at this point in my career, my life, it's just been incredibly special. It's hard to even really put it into words. It means so much to me. Someone who's bowled their whole life, looks up, understands the history of an event like the USBC, 121 years, and to be able to go out there at this point and do that, and then to be able to celebrate it and enjoy all of this, it's just like, it's just incredible. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
But a dream come true. Certainly has been.
A lot of people have mentioned to me about the weight of that trophy. Of course, I've never been near one to know, but describe how heavy that thing is.
It is just solid. It is
I mean,
heavy.
if I say the wrong thing here, could someone use that to put me out?
Oh, you'd be out.
Yeah.
You might be done. Might be no more bowling with the FEF. So we wouldn't want that.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's beautiful.
See, here it comes.
It's heavy. It's got some bulk to it. It's awe-inspiring, and to know what this means, and to be able to go do this at this point in my career and my life is just incredibly special.
Yeah.
I'm just so thankful for it. I know there was some divine intervention on this whole deal. I've matured so much as a person, as a believer, as a Christian, and you hear some of that and you go, whatever, but it's true in my case. It's affected me. I'm so at peace where I am in life right now, and I think that's important when you're getting out there and competing as well. I've always been super intense, not always managed that as well as I could have. It drove me, but now I've settled in, at a later part in my career, and to get to accomplish something like this. And all the congratulatory messages I've gotten makes it even that much more special.
Yeah, you've got a few on here. Yeah. Dave Whitman, one of our local bowlers in Eau Claire, says congratulations, Mark. Who I knew there were a few back up here. William O'Leary wants to know if you remember Andrew Hylan, Hylan.
Andrew Hylan.
Hylan.
See, is there? Gosh, I've met so many people over the years.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's someone from
New York? Oh my gosh,
Could
I'm
be.
sorry.
That's
And
okay.
If you're out there, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now my mind is so hyped up and all over the place.
You've probably known him for 30 years, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But he does want to know, why don't you bowl PBA 50? I know we got into that a little bit during the last show we did, but
Yeah, that's just not a priority anymore. I wouldn't go out there and compete if I couldn't put in everything I had into it.
yeah,
I'm not going to go halfway. I'm not going to just go to compete. As much as I enjoy all those guys and that, I'm not going to go just for camaraderie. I would go into that to win
yeah,
and to compete at my ultimate peak performance. And I just don't have that desire to do that.
Sure.
I get it fired up. I get the engine fired up for nationals, for USBC, and state tournament with my guys here. And that's enough for me at this point. And was on tour for 10 years, competed and did it at a high level. And so kind of like just don't have any more desire to go pursue that.
sure. Brian Hirsch says congratulations. Saw him over the weekend, and his son Mason. Great bowling family. And I love that Jeff called Rob the Fossil.
That Fossil.
The Fossil.
My gosh. Griggles is great for putting nicknames on people like that. And that's been on Rob for a long time, because we used to kind of travel together during regionals. Rob was the elder statesman of our group, so he got the nickname the Fossil. So funny that he brings that up even now. So
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, the more I think about this story, and I've told people, anybody who will listen, I will tell about the fact that you ended up in this area at this small center and are doing the things that you're doing, have forged these relationships, and when I say I don't understand why, the TV stations haven't been out here, the newspapers. And the obvious answer is, well, they don't care about bowling. But it's not a bowling story.
No.
It's a story
It's a
about
small market.
humanity. It's a story about humanity, Mark.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
I think it's, what you give, you get back.
I think in the bowling community, the reception and everything has been incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful for that. That's enough. Maybe someday, I don't know. It's just, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere here in terms of bowling communities. I mean, La Crosse, Eau Claire, Madison, and we're right in the middle of all of it. So it wasn't close enough to any station to maybe feel it reached their audience enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
So whatever. I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about that.
Right.
Having you here is enough for me. And I mean that because you're reaching a lot more people maybe even than they necessarily would. So
Well, just know that if they were in front of me, I'd wag my finger. Because I did that at a lot of reporters at one point. But no, I think it's a fabulous story, and I'm really glad that you've trusted me enough to share it through all this.
Well, when this came up that we were going to do this, I knew immediately that I had to give you a call and let you know about it.
Yeah.
Figured you might want to come down, and you know what this is, how special this is.
Yeah.
And you got a front row seat for a little bit of what this is all about.
Yeah.
This is bowling at its finest, community oriented, friendships, family, everything about it's just it's awesome. It's what makes bowling so special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so. For sure. Cool.
Yeah.
Your guys have been patiently waiting out
I
there.
better go bowl.
I'm sure you're up. You're working on the front three.
Me? All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Always appreciate
There
you.
we go, baby.
How heavy is it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right?
I told Jason I was disappointed that he wasn't like at the Super Bowl with the white gloves, how they handle the Lombardi trophy. He said, no, we just have it in a box. Yeah, take care of that. He's Marc McDowell, the newest singles Eagle winner, as we get and Rob says that nebula will make everybody look good. I don't know. I'll have to test that theory one of these days. Okay, I'm gonna tilt this camera. You won't hear from me for a second because I want to get him into the frame as he throws this. Maybe I could even just I might be able to do that from here. Let's see. I can kind of get him in the frame. Let's try that. That's a little better. Okay, he's got the last 3 that he's working on. And oh, I black clouded him. I black clouded him. Oh, man. Yeah. I've been accused of that from time to time. Oh. See, and I set off my little thing here. All right. So, yeah, but it was good of his team to wait for him, though. I mean, that was nice of them. So now, I certainly can't call this a night without getting Gino over here. So I wonder if maybe he can skip his little gab session with Mr. 300 over there, and maybe he'll come join us. Oh, he's playing cards too. Sure. Yeah. She might not even have to. I heard him yell, "Yep." Oh, see? And he's coming up on 6. The lane that he's absolutely murdered all night. So the timing couldn't be better.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Happy Wednesday.
Look at this.
Happy Wednesday.
Look at this. I don't know if he's missed on that lane all night.
I don't think he's missed barely
all
night.
Right.
248 start.
I was going to say that he's murdered that lane specifically, though.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
nobody better to have to talk about Mark than Gino.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about, and the thing is, it's all good.
Yeah.
The presentation, everything tonight just hit. I think all the bowlers just in awe. His accomplishments, how he got there, his game, the guy he is. I mean, just if he played football, he'd win a Super Bowl. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
He's just that good at everything.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
He did play football.
Yeah, but if he's still playing.
But he's still playing.
At 63.
Yeah. Oh,
That's right.
what do you think of this?
It's a little different than I'm used to, but I sure like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. I'm getting caught up in it now. I'm starting to adapt and go along with it. So.
Okay. And they haven't done that cheer in your honor yet.
No, not yet.
Good.
Not
Okay.
yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Good to hear. I asked Mark, about when he came in and he saw you, and he was really happy about that. And I know you put in a great effort to keep that under wraps, and I'm glad that worked out. But what was that like for you to that moment?
It was so special because even right down to Carrie, his wife, she kept a secret. Bought her parents in this week and bought a car for me, and I said, whatever you do, don't mention Mark, but I'm going to be there on Wednesday night to support him and just witness everything that went on tonight. And it's just, she kept the secret, so I was so caught up and surprised, or he was surprised, and just a great time.
Yeah.
I mean, just words can't even describe it.
Yeah. It's like nothing that I've ever seen, certainly. And even the folks who, present these trophies, they're often bigger cities, they're in bigger associations. But when you have an association like this, one center, tight community, and Mark has come in here and not just been the PBA's Marc McDowell. He's made a home here.
He sure has, and I think it's really the place that he is right now in his life. He just appreciates and actually looks so forward to coming here. We've talked about it on Wednesday nights and the guys he's around and just what he's doing here. And he's such a promoter and giver to the game that, and these guys, every one of them, I think that they just appreciate it so much. And I know 3/4 of them are throwing motive now too. So
yeah,
it's pretty special to see that kind of stuff.
That doesn't hurt either, I'm sure.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Now, along with being close on the lanes, you two are golfers too. What's it like to go out on the golf course with Marc? Is he a fearsome competitor like he is out on the lanes? I mean, is it a different experience?
You wouldn't believe it. Absolutely. He's as fierce and tries every single shot. He's tough on himself. If he doesn't make a nice chip, he thinks it should have been better, or his drive wasn't quite as good as he thought. So he just as much as competitor on the golf course as he is on the lanes.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that he just he holds himself to a high bar, and that's why he's such a great competitor on, off the lanes, and everything the guy does. And he's just a special person.
Okay. Take me through a hypothetical. Let's say I walked into a car dealership and Marc walked out of the office and said, "Hey, Fef," what would he be like as a car salesman?
I think he's got the goal. Everything else, the personality, the likes. I think he'd kill it.
You think he'd kill it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Like 13,000 cars kill it?
Not quite 13.
Okay.
But I think he would do really, really well. The people that know him all like him, and the people that come in on a walk-in, I think he could sell most of those as well, just from his personality and everything else that goes with it.
Now he's throwing on 5. He's right over our shoulders here, and splits the 8-9.
The guy he's not human. Mac, you're not human.
Yeah. No.
I'm just glad I got to share it with him tonight, and surprised he didn't find out that I was going to be here, and just to witness everything that went down. It's a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
It's really every bowler's dream what just happened tonight, what we witnessed.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been going to nationals. I got 29 in, and I don't think I've been in the top 100 once.
Okay.
And to win it a couple times, and especially in singles, and the manner he did it, and the age he did it, is just off the charts.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so come clean here. How are you hitting them down there?
You ain't gonna believe it.
Okay.
He got me by a pin the first game, 247. He had 248.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Wow. Strike fest.
Strike fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always finds a way, so.
Okay.
Competitor. Fierce competitor.
But it's not like you're here every week. You don't know the intricacies of this place like
Very
he does.
true.
Yeah.
It's
So
probably been about 20, 25 years since I've been here.
I think you get a pass just on that alone.
Thank you, pal. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I'll take that, too.
Yeah.
Get out of jail card, please. Yes.
For sure.
So we'll see what happens the other 2 games.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, Gino, I don't want to keep you because I know your team is waiting. But thank you for the time.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure
Thanks
to
for
see
having
you
me
too.
On this special
And I'm sure I'll catch up before everything is said and done.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, everybody, I do want to kind of get ready to call it a night here, but I'll close here with a couple more pictures of Marc, and as we celebrate his Eagle victory, and I do want to mention my sponsors, which I haven't been able to do just yet because I've had a little trouble with the graphics. Fortunately, it hasn't really affected the quality of the show. At least I hope it hasn't. But don't forget that our show is brought to you by Chip Magnet Salsa. Raise your snack standards. Go to chipmagnetsalsa.com and order a 6-pack of jars. Enter in the promo code BWTF2025. You get a 25% discount. Also, Jerry's Score More Pro Shop inside Wagner's Lanes in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And Visionary Video Hub at visionaryvideohub.com, your full-service video production headquarters. I'm Andrew Pfeffer coming at you live here from Neillsville, Wisconsin. Again, on a very special night where Marc McDowell has been awarded his Eagle Trophy, becoming the oldest singles champion in USBC Open Championships history. Just an incredible performance and an incredible night to follow everything up. Have a great night, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for watching Bowling with the Pfeff. Pound the like button and subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. Bowling with the Pfeff is brought to you by Chip Magnet. Raise your snack standards.
Jerry's Score More Bowling Supply inside Wagner's Lane. So Eau Claire, Wisconsin area's leader in bowling products and services since 1988. And Visionary Video Hub, video with impact.
Email bowlingwiththepfeff@yahoo.com with questions or to appear on the show. You can also reach out on your favorite social media platform.